For the third year in a row, a young cancer survivor celebrated his birthday with a blood drive. Jimmy Rancic and his family hosted the blood drive today outside their home in Park Ridge. Rancic, who's turning 23 years old, was diagnosed with stage 4 non-Hodgkin's lymphoma back in 2013. He went through chemotherapy, radiation, and a stem cell transplant and needed blood transfusions. He decided to host blood drives each summer and was amazed at today's turnout.
I'm in shock. I mean, we had 29 people signed up as of this morning to give blood, and the people that have walked by because they heard me on the radio, they saw me on the news. I've never seen a lot of these people. It brings tears to my eyes because I don't know them, they don't know me, and they just know they want to help people, and that means the world to me.
And two previous Rancic birthday blood drives resulted in more than 100 blood.
Now to a special birthday celebration. It's a rebirthday party with a twist from the family of a little Chicago boy who beat leukemia. NBC5's Lauren Petty has the story.
Don't tickle me.
We won't tickle you like this anymore.
Looking at 3-year-old James now, it's hard to believe this was James last August.
He was on a breathing machine, keeping him alive. Almost lost him a couple of times.
James was diagnosed with a rare form of leukemia called JMML.
There's only about 25 to 50 instances per year in the U.S.
With JMML, there is no other option other than stem cell transplant.
Thankfully, a perfect match was found, and the transplant took place last year on December 6th, what the McCarthys now call James' rebirthday.
Get a whole new immune system, and he actually has someone else's blood flowing through his body.
Getting healthy again wasn't easy.
He needed so much blood throughout this, over 100 blood transfusions.
That's why the McCarthys are celebrating James' rebirthday next month with a blood drive.
And it's 2 days. 2 different churches.
Holly Cease with Vitalant, the blood collection organization, says the timing couldn't be better. Donations drop this time of year.
It's historically very low from this week of Thanksgiving all the way through the new year.
Making James' rebirthday celebration even more special, the McCarthys just got the name of his stem cell donor, and he's going to come in for the blood drive.
We can't wait to meet him and just give him a hug and have him meet James.
Oh, thank you. I love you.
Who is now cancer-free.
So he's doing really great. We're having all the problems you want to have, like potty training and being polite.
James says this polite request.
We come to the blood drive.
On the north side, Lauren Petty, NBC5 News.
We hope everybody will come to James' blood drive. That's so beautiful. The blood drive will take place December 7th and 8th at 2 Northside churches. The goal is to have 300 people donate blood, and there are still spots available. To sign up, we put a link on our website. All you have to do is search blood drive.
Oh, we're thankful James is doing so well. He's so cute. Wow.
Adorable baby.
The coronavirus pandemic is leading to another health crisis, a dramatic drop in blood donations. Canceled blood drives and skittish donors are contributing to a massive shortage that has collection centers really desperate for donations right now. NBC5's Lauren Petty has their story.
This man is answering the call, donating blood at Vitalant's Glenview Donor Center.
It's so important that people who are healthy donate and donate today.
Eva Quinley is the regional director for Vitalant and has never seen the blood supply this low.
I've been in blood banking for over 40 years, and this is the worst shortage I've seen. It's unprecedented.
The American Red Cross is sounding the alarm, too.
We've had 2,700 fewer blood drives since this situation started, resulting in 86,000 fewer blood donations across the country.
Many of the blood drives have been canceled over coronavirus concerns, but collection centers insist donating blood is safe.
We don't know of any cases that have been spread by blood.
And say new safety precautions are in place.
We're checking the temperature of staff and donors before entering a drive to make sure they're healthy. We're providing hand sanitizer throughout the drive, spacing beds, as I said, so that social distancing practices apply.
If you're practicing social distancing but are eligible to donate, Vitalant recommends you make an appointment.
We have fixed sites throughout the Chicago area. We have 17 different sites, and they are not where you would find a lot of people at one time.
As we face one health crisis, blood collection centers are urging eligible donors to prevent another one by coming forward.
We're hoping during this coronavirus emergency that people come out and help their neighbor. True heroes are the ones who come out for the community, and we have a lot of true heroes in our community.
To make an appointment with Vitalant or find a Red Cross blood drive, go to our website at NBCChicago.com. Lauren Petty, NBC 5 News.
So many good people out there. Our thanks to Lauren for letting us know about
A teenager was diagnosed with cancer. He had one goal, to make it to his senior graduation. Well, now he has another goal, to give back to those who helped get him there.
WGN's Aaron Ivory has his story. The battle against cancer looks different for everyone. For Pearson Gibbous, it meant 56 radiation treatments, months of chemo, and over 100 blood transfusions. And now that he has beat it, he wants to give every unit of that donated blood back to someone who needs it. This is his story.
It was my senior year in high school. I was an athlete. I had good grades. I was 16. You know, I thought I was invincible, honestly.
Life was good for Pearson, or Gibby, as he was known behind the plate. He was just days away from the start of his senior year that he hoped would end with a college baseball scholarship. That plan crumbled overnight when Pearson was rushed to the hospital with excruciating pain in his back.
And the doctor pulled my parents aside, and I could just tell from how they were, facial expressions and stuff outside the room, that something was wrong. And then they came in, and the tears.
MRI scans showed large cancerous masses dotting Pearson's spine, pelvis, and lungs, a rare type of pediatric cancer that would take nearly 2 years of radiation and chemo to eradicate. A diagnosis that would change his world forever.
I had chemo every other week for a year and a half straight.
The intense chemo schedule was only half of it. It was alternated with 56 treatments of radiation that left Pearson with barely enough stamina to stand.
He was so badly burned, and he just had so many issues with his body, so many side effects, and he was so tired, and it was a horrible time for us.
The treatments robbing Pearson not only of his senior year and dreams of a baseball scholarship, but 60 pounds off his body.
I would look in the mirror and I'd go to shower, and I could see my ribs, and I could see every vertebrae down my spine. And it was rough.
To keep his hemoglobins up, doctors had to give Pearson weekly blood transfusions.
There were days when he needed 4 units of blood, you know, just to get him back up to where he was still low, but where he needed to be. And so if you think of that, that's just one day.
65 weeks and over 100 blood transfusions later, Pearson's body was finally clear of the cancer that stole so much. Through online courses, Pearson was able to graduate with his class and step foot back into Wakanda High School for the first time in over a year. He vowed that if he made it to the other side, he'd make certain he'd find a way to give back to those who helped him get there. It took over 100 strangers to keep Pearson alive through his cancer battle, faces he will never know.
Without all the blood I got, I wouldn't be here today.
He does know that while he may never be able to thank them, he could give back.
I just want to help someone that could be in my similar scenario that could need the blood.
For the last month, Pearson has been on a mission to sign up 100 people to donate blood. His first stop, the Wakanda firefighters and paramedics that got him to the hospital countless times.
This one hits close to home. The Gibbous family approached us and would like to do this, and we're honored really to participate and be able to host this.
This Saturday, the entire Wakanda Fire Department garage will be cleared out to make room for blood donation chairs and equipment from LifeSource.
Blood products don't last forever, and blood can't be manufactured, so it really is us relying on donors to be generous and selfless and come in and give up an hour of your day to donate.
Wakanda isn't a big town, which means word is getting around fast. Pearson wants people to know he's grateful. He never got the senior year or scholarship he dreamed of, but this last month he stepped back out behind the plate with a smile, knowing he can handle whatever life pitches his way.
I'm playing. I'm there.
Giving with Gibby Blood Drive is this Saturday, May 5th, from 9 until 3 at the Wakanda Fire Department. If you want to donate, we will post a link to LifeSource appointment page along with this story on WGNTV.com. Aaron Ivory, WGN News.
Go get it.
Live from Chicago's #1 news, ABC 7 Eyewitness News at 10 starts right now.
And an Arlington Heights Parish held a blood drive today to honor a special 2-year-old girl. Grace Bertram needed 4 blood transfusions before she was even born because she was not compatible with her mother's blood. So today, friends and strangers donated blood to help those who need it.
She's alive and well today because of the gift of life that other people gave her through their generous donation of blood.
This blood drive today is what we call a replenishment drive. This is somebody who has been saved through blood donation themselves, and then they want to give back by holding their own blood drives.
Grace was born without serious health problems and is doing just fine now.
Well, blood banks say that coronavirus concerns are having an impact on donations. The American Association of Blood Banks and the American Red Cross both say a number of blood drives have been canceled. You cannot get coronavirus from donating blood, but some of those drives have been canceled out of a fear of getting a bunch of people together at once where germs can spread. Blood banks say that the donation process itself is very safe.
It's a very safe thing to do. Our donation kits are sterile. Our staff disinfect areas that where donors have been in between blood donations. They scrub their arms for 30 seconds between blood donations. It's a very safe environment.
There is enough blood right now, but a shortage could be an issue in a few weeks. Since a blood donation can only be used for about 5 weeks, then it must be thrown out.
And another unfortunate result from the coronavirus outbreak is that blood donations are down. This morning, Vitalant Regional Director Eva Quinley says the situation is dire.
I've been in this industry 40 years, and I have never seen such a blood shortage. It's unprecedented. With all the closings of schools and churches and businesses and the social distancing, we're just not able to collect the blood that's needed for the patients in the hospital. Normally, we have a low traffic in these locations. We may only have 3 or 4 donors at a time, and we're able to keep the donors fairly separated from each other. We also have instituted even more rigorous disinfection practices than we had before, so anything that an individual touches is wiped down before another donor is in that same area.
Vitalant says they lost more than 1,000 units in a single day because of cancellations. Vitalant.org is where you go if you would like to find a place to donate blood.
This is Chicago's very own WGN Midday News.
One of the greatest hopes for treatment right now is convalescent plasma. It's been around for 100 years, using the antibodies from someone who has recovered from an infectious disease to help another patient still inflicted with the same infection. But the promising therapy depends on donors, and right now they are in short supply.
The bags are lined up, ready to fill. Supplies are at the ready. But when it comes to convalescent plasma donors, it's been a slow trickle.
Literally just in the last 2 days. I mean, literally just got started.
Hospitals are calling. Doctors and patients are waiting for the potentially life-saving antibody treatment.
We've been trying to do this for about a month with Chicago Medical Society, and we've seen every hurdle put in front of us.
Finally, the program is up and running at Vitalant Blood Service, a collaborative effort with Metro Infectious Disease Consultants and the Chicago Medical Society, designed to boost the supply of convalescent plasma for COVID-19 patients in the Chicagoland area.
Today we have 12 units available for our group, and right now we have somewhere probably 800 and 900 patients in the hospitals from our group with this, so we have lots of need right now. So please come out and donate.
Just like giving blood, the process starts with the squeeze of the hand. Fluid flows and the components are separated out. The red blood cells and platelets will go back to the donor. This yellow fluid is the plasma. That's where the antibodies live.
I've prescribed a dozen doses. I have yet to receive one. I think we have our first dose today after a wait of something like 10 days, which is way excessive. But with this program, hopefully when we order it, we'll be able to get it, and we can help the patients sooner, because I suspect the place to give it is sooner rather than later for these patients.
Within an hour, collection is complete, and within 48 hours, the plasma will make its way to the bedside. A single donation can supply antibodies to 3 critically ill patients.
Here here in the beginning with so many patients and so few donors, every product we collect is going directly to a hospital, and it's going to be that way for a while until we catch up. And that's why we're glad to be rolling now.
And I had no idea what plasma was until about 3 weeks ago.
Now Brandon Aquino's a regular, a time plasma donor who hopes his antibodies will make an impact in those critically ill with COVID-19.
But I have a lot of blood to go around, and I'm sure there's a lot of people like me who could do this.
Brandon's early symptoms were mild, but his condition worsened over time.
It felt like someone was standing behind me and pulling my chest inward.
The otherwise healthy 33-year-old has now recovered and is focused on helping others.
If people tell me there's a chance that something in my body can help a lot of other people, I can't just sit there at home and do nothing.
To make sure the donations stay right here in the Chicago area and go to local patients in need, the Chicago Medical Society has set up a special donor registration site at covid19shy.org. Recovered patients will need proof of a positive test and have to be symptom-free for at least 14 days to donate plasma, which you can do every 7 days. That's a look at medical news. Still to come this midday, Demetrius Ivory has your full report.
June 13th. A plasma drive is underway to support Chicago area patients with COVID-19. The Chicago Medical Society is collecting plasma from people who've recovered from the virus. The organization says patients who have fully recovered may have antibodies in their blood plasma that can help others with serious or life-threatening COVID-19 infections.
The water.
Yes.
A Skokie man is being honored for his dedication to helping save the lives of others.
Art Edelstein is donating blood for the 250th time today. Vitalant, formerly known as LifeSource, celebrated by giving him a cake and a card to show their appreciation. Today he gave blood platelets, which is a much more complicated process and is often used to treat cancer patients.
Well, that's
good for him.
Quite a donation.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Al Edelstein has been on a blood donating mission, and today he hit a major milestone. He gave for the 250th time. The 57-year-old has averaged at least 20 donations a year since 1986. He was at Vitalant in Evanston for the big moment, and they gave him a cake and other goodies to celebrate. Edelstein hopes more donors will step up. Vitalant is experiencing a major blood shortage during the pandemic. Many of its locations across the country have less than a 2-day supply of
Medical Watch, a 2-for-1. Give blood and learn if you have antibodies against SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. A local blood center is offering the screening to those who step up to save a life. The blood was pumping at Vitalant's Jefferson Park Collection Center this afternoon. A good sign, considering the nation's supply is critically low right now.
Summer is a difficult time of year historically for blood collection. People get busy. People want to be outside, not inside. They get busy with family things. So blood collection goes well down. It's one of our toughest times.
Most were regulars who turned out today and a few first-timers. But all the donors who rolled up their sleeves walked away with more than the reward of performing a good deed.
What we've added to our normal screening panel is the ability to test for COVID-19 antibodies.
The blood supply is screened for a variety of diseases and elements. Now add SARS-CoV-2 antibodies to that list. It's a perk designed to boost donations and ultimately stock the shelves with convalescent plasma, a potentially life-saving therapy doctors administer to sick patients to help them fight COVID-19.
There's a dire need for blood donations with supplies at critically low levels right now.
The Illinois Coalition of Community Blood Centers says local blood banks have a 2-day supply of blood or less. Donations plummeted as a result of the pandemic. Officials are reaching out to organizations and businesses to start hosting blood drives again in order to meet that demand.
Patrick, there's a critical need for blood donations right now and a specific need for minority donors. Earlier today, I spoke with Janine Hopkins from Vitalant about the urgent need we're facing right now.
Hospitals and everything are trying to ramp back up, so the need for blood is starting to ramp back up as well.
There's a need right now, especially for more diversity in the blood donation pool. Tell me why that's important.
Well, there's more to blood than just the typing, the A, your B, your AB, and your O's. That's why having a diverse pool of donors is very important, because we really want to make sure that we can match donors and patients with similar genetic profiles. So absolutely, we need a more diverse pool. Right now, only about 3% of the population that represent minority ethnic groups donate. And so we definitely want to encourage more people to come out more and help us.